Okay, so this is going to be the second part of Lab 1, which deals with changing your password for from the default one that you were given at the CS150 class. So go ahead and go to Putty, Mr. Kevin. Alright, so we have to log in first. Kevin went ahead and logged in. He clears his screen so you can see better. Type in the command for changing your password, which is passwd. Okay. This is going to ask you for your current password, so the one that you were assigned. You type it in, and then you can change it. Now, to change your password, Slavener is actually kind of picky on what you can pick and what you cannot pick. It doesn't like easy to figure out passwords, like just regular words with no sufficient numbers or no sufficient length. So what you can do is actually in the website, if you can go back to it, Kevin. There we go. And click on the link where it right under how to pick a secure password. It is actually a website that each time when you refresh it, it gives you an example of what a good password looks like. So as you can see, it keeps changing. A good password is usually either made of compound words, which means it's a big sentence put together, and it's usually pretty big. You can also have letters, symbols, and numbers. They're a little bit more difficult to remember, but the harder it is to remember, the better the password is, honestly. You can come here and to the link from the website and just get one of those, or you can come up with your own. It is case sensitive. Make sure you write it down somewhere and you hide it really well or remember it. So go ahead and change your password, Kevin, to whatever you want. Oh, Kevin's bad.
Yeah. So see, that's using a real word, and that's a problem. So now I gotta figure out a freaking password.
I got a password for you. Well, there you go. So you retype it just so you can remember it. Okay. Change it back again.
Yeah.
Good job, Kevin. Fantastic. Alright, what's the second part?
Alright, so the second part, we're going to make a basic file using VI, which is a text editor, which throughout your classes in computer science you'll be using a lot. So pretty much have to use it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use VI, which is the text editor, that's the program, and we're going to make a file. So we're going to call this stuff. So when you make a file in VI, you have to give it an extension. So like .txt is fine, or if you are in a programming class, .cpp. For this case, we're just going to use .txt. Doesn't matter. But make sure that you always put an extension for it, because it's not going to automatically attach one to it, to your file. So now that we're inside of VI, you can tell that it's not very user-friendly. There is a little manual tutorial thing that you can go through on VI. It's kind of a pain, but it might help you. So I'm just going to give you some quick things that that you'll need to be able to use VI relatively well for the needs that you'll have. So first, if we wanted to type something, we're not in the right mode to type. VI has two modes. There's a command mode and there's an insert mode. Command mode is kind of what it sounds like. It's used to run commands like saving and other commands. If we want to type stuff in it, we have to go into insert mode, and we do that by hitting I. Make sure you don't hit insert. Sometimes that throws things off. So make sure you hit I to go into insert mode. You know you're there, because if you notice at the bottom left, now it says insert. So now we can type whatever we want, and it just works just like regular like typing things. You can hit enter, you can hold shift, whatever. everything's fine. So now if we want to save our file, we have to get out of insert mode. And to get out of insert mode, we hit escape. So you notice insert disappears. We are now in command mode. And when you use a command, you always have to start it off with a colon. So that's the shift and the semicolon button. So we get our colon. And now if we want to save our file, we can hit W. So we have colon W. The W stands for write, which is another way of saying save. And we can hit enter. And now we notice that our file has been written. So now say we want to quit, or say we make another change in our file. So we'll add another line of text, and I'll actually put something that's readable. And so there's that. So we get out of insert mode, put in our colon, and say we want to save and quit. And this will be executed from left to right. So we have our WQ for write and quit. Hit enter. So now we have saved our file and we have exited VI and we are back to our directory. So I'll go ahead and clear that, and here we are. So if you notice, it would say now you want to check out your file. You don't really have a GUI to deal with, so we have to list our files. So to use the list command, we're going to use ls. And this will list all of the folders and files that are in our current directory. So we hit enter, and now we have a nice list of all my files. So you'll notice that we have a stuff.txt that we just made. And there's a bunch of other files here too. If you want to, there's other options that you can include with ls. So if you wanted to show some more detailed information about your files, you can add in -al. That'll show you some times and also show you hidden files.
Shows permissions as well.
And permissions. So that is just a little. That's one of the commands that you'll be using to navigate around your command line.
I'd like to also add something. If you were to type VIM and a name of an existing text document, it actually opens it instead of creating it. So if you put the name of something that hasn't been created yet, it creates it for you. If it's something that has been created, it just opens it.
Yeah, so if we go back and we want to make a change to our stuff.txt that we made earlier, we just open it back up, and there's our text that we wrote, and we can add something. So we'll add something. So there's that. We will write and quit, and there we go. So there's the command I'm using to clear all of the mess from the screen is just clear. So say like you had a whole bunch of stuff in here and you have all that stuff, so you want to make it nice and neat. So like in our case, we don't want this to be filling up our screen, so we'll just type in clear. So let's see what we have next.
I think that is actually it. So we'll see you guys on the next video.
Alright.